Hi there, this is Dani, and the channel is You and Me Living Free. I am so glad that you are here. Today's video is taking us to Rocky Mountain National Park. And so instead of just talking about it, why don't I just roll the video and you can see for yourself. This has got to be one of the best things of all. As you're looking down the horizon, you are looking ahead close to the ground and you're like, wait a minute, are those clouds or are those mountains? And then you realize the mountains are so close you could start to see them. And this is when I start to get so excited. I was trying to escape the heat. So it was 99 in Kansas City. It was supposed to be mid 70s, low 80s, actually low 80s on the first day that I got to Rocky Mountain National Park. So this is me. I'm headed not directly into the park, but I'm headed to my BLM, my National Forest campground for the night, because whenever I am going somewhere new, I had a long drive day. I wanted to make sure I got there and got a good spot. Super important. So here's the campground that I found. I will give you the details on this. I thought it was beautiful. It's right beside the road, which I do love because honestly, the traffic sound doesn't bother me. I was thrilled to have a place that was probably less than a half an hour away from the entrance to the park and was beautiful and wooded and everything. Here are the screenshots from iOverlander that tell you exactly where it is, the GPS and everything. So when I was doing my research for Rocky Mountain National Park, when I decided I wanted to go here, I was upset to find out that I needed a reservation. And I was unable to secure a reservation because I plan last minute. See my planning video. I am getting better at planning. The more traveling I do, the more I realize that research and planning are my friend, and they actually help me to be more spontaneous if I do have things planned out and if I have options available and if I keep an eye on things. So how I got around the reservation system was the main part of the park only has reservations from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you go before 9 a.m. or after 3 p.m., you can get in. Plus I went on a Wednesday, so it wasn't like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday where it's super busy. So that helped me too. And so I went about 7 in the morning before some of the big crowds and had really good luck with that. So no reservations, no problem. I had so much fun driving around this park, and it is gorgeous. It is completely majestic, as you know, or as you can tell, as you have seen before. But I really wanted to concentrate on doing some hikes also. And I've been doing more research about what hikes I want to do, which ones I can actually physically do. And so I had certain ones marked out. I used my national parks, my Rocky Mountain National Park map, and I circled things from all trails that had the highest rated. And so I put those two pieces of information together. It really helped me out. I am becoming quite the planner, if I do say so myself. So this is the first trail that I did. This is the Alluvial Fan. It's a very short trail. It has a little bit of an incline, but not much, and it has a great payoff. That little waterfall was fun and spectacular. You know I love the sound of running water. And it was a beautiful little way to start and have my first little trail have a success, because there's nothing worse than getting out on a trail and figuring out that you can't physically do it or that it's really maybe not worth it. So I did the research and it paid off. This trail was glorious. And then here's my smiling face just to show you how happy I am. And here is just some waterfall. We could just listen to the water move if you want to, just for a moment. And pretty soon we are behind the wheel again. And can we just talk about these bikers for a second? How in the world? Number one, how do you have the guts? Number two, how are you in the shape? Number three, I think the downhills would scare me even more than the uphills. Will you look at this guy in front of me and look at that view? Oh my gosh. I cannot take the stress of even thinking about being one of those bikers on these roads. It's hard enough for me in a van, in a steel box. So we'll just take a couple of minutes and view the beautiful scenery to bring our blood pressure down a little bit. Speaking of blood pressure, though, we are gaining in elevation. There is a whole section of the park, the Alpine section, I think it's called, where we get up into kind of this frozen tundra area. I liked it. It was very different. Here's a little hike. You see the placard there to the left. They had a bunch of those all the way up. So this was an incline all the way, and I was so happy to have these little placards because I could stop at each one and read. Number one, so I was educating myself, but number two, I could stop and catch my breath because, as you could see, it really is all uphill. And then here's once I got to the top and I'm kind of looking down, or maybe that's halfway up, I don't remember. But I do have a picture, though, of me at the top. You'll see when I get up there, because I'm so darn proud of myself when I finish one of these that I have to mark the occasion. I must take a picture. Here's from the top looking down, as you can see. It was really cool. And here I'm trying to work on my little photography skills a little bit, and wildlife everywhere. And it's funny, I've started taking pictures of my car. Almost it's like a companion of mine, which it kind of is. You know how that is if you're traveling solo. Other people take pictures of their kids. I take pictures of my car. Here's me just sitting in the van. This is my view out the window. I needed a break for some electrolytes and a little bit of food and water. Stay super hydrated. I have drank so much water on this trip I cannot even tell you, and I still have a little bit of altitude sickness. And then here I'm going to share the campground that I went to. There's lots of good dispersed camping, boondocking around here. This one was in the Arapahoe National Forest. This is on the far side. This is not the Estes Park side of the national park. It's on the other side in the Arapahoe National Forest, and it is still very close. And this place was great. I drove back there. There were a lot of spots that needed like four-wheel drive or heightened clearance from the ground to get into. But if you kept going past this area right here, this is the trailhead. If you kept going past that, then there was plenty more camping back there, and that's where I ended up camping. So much that I did not share in this video or in my future videos. There's just too much here at Rocky Mountain National Park. I will definitely be back. I thought it was fantastic. Here's another nice easy trail I did that was beautiful. I love walking around lakes. I love walking next to streams, stuff like that. But just know I really love this. It definitely rivals Utah for me. You know, Utah is my favorite state. It still may be, but these Rocky Mountains are so spectacular and majestic. I really loved it. I'm so glad that you came along for the ride. I appreciate you being here. And thank you so much. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.